Your kid just lost it over a banana. You peeled it from the wrong end, and now, full nuclear meltdown. Here's the weird part. You've handled this before. You've tried reasoning, tried ignoring, tried bribing with screen time. Nothing sticks. But what if I told you there's a reason your approach keeps failing, and that parents in Korea cracked the code decades ago using something most Western parents have never heard of? Stick with me for the next few minutes, because by the end, you'll have a dead simple technique that works in under a minute and actually teaches your child how to handle big emotions for life. Here's what almost every parent does when their kid explodes. We go into fix-it mode. You're fine, stop crying, that's not a big deal. Or we try logic, explaining why their reaction doesn't make sense. And I get it. It feels productive. It feels like parenting. But here's the problem your child's brain has with that approach. When you come at them with corrections or commands, their nervous system doesn't hear helpful guidance. It hears threats. Their brain's alarm system, the amygdala, fires harder. Heart rate spikes. Cortisol floods their tiny body. What started as a 45-second whimper becomes a 12-minute war. And here's the part nobody tells you. Every time this happens, your child is learning a lesson, not the one you intended. They're learning that big feelings are dangerous. Those emotions make people angry. That when they're overwhelmed, they're on their own. So, what's the alternative? There's a word in Korean, Jeong. It's a blend of deep emotional connection, unspoken understanding, and patient presence. It's the feeling of being with someone, not fixing them, not judging them, just being there. In Korean households, this concept shapes how adults respond to children in distress. Here's what it looks like in action. Imagine a grandfather watching his granddaughter cry because her tower of blocks collapsed. He doesn't rebuild it. He doesn't tell her it's okay. He doesn't distract her with something else. He just sits, close, quiet, breathing slowly. And within moments, her sobbing slows, her body unclenches. She looks at him, takes a shaky breath, and the storm passes. That's not magic. That's nervous system science wrapped in cultural wisdom. Here's what's actually happening at that moment. Young children don't have fully developed self-regulation. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for calming down and thinking clearly, won't be mature until their mid-20s. So, when they're flooded with emotion, they can't just calm down on command. They need to borrow calm from someone else. This is called co-regulation. When you stay grounded, your child's nervous system starts to mirror yours. Your slow breathing, your relaxed posture, your steady presence. It's like their internal chaos is searching for an anchor, and you become that anchor. The opposite is equally true. If you escalate, they escalate. If you panic, their panic intensifies. Your state is contagious. And that's the foundation of what I'm about to show you. I call this the presence reset. It's 5 steps. It takes about a minute, and it works with toddlers, preschoolers, even older kids who are emotionally flooded. Fair warning, the first step will feel counterintuitive. Every parental instinct will resist it. That's how you know it's working. Let's walk through it together, step by step, second by second. Before you do anything else, before you touch your child, before you speak, you regulate yourself. Here's the micro ritual. 1 slow inhale. Let your shoulders drop. Bend your knees and lower yourself to their height. You're not crouching to be cute. You're signaling safety. When your body language says, I'm not a threat. Your child's alarm system starts to stand down. 10 seconds, that's it. But it changes everything that follows. Now you're at their level, but you don't speak yet. Just make soft eye contact. Let them see your face. Calm, open, unhurried. No lectures, no questions, no, "What happened?" Just presence. Their nervous system is scanning you. Are you safe? Are you angry? Are you going to add to the chaos? When they see stillness, they begin to settle. 5 to 8 seconds of quiet connection. That's your window. Now, if they're receptive, add a gentle touch. A hand on their shoulder, a palm on their back, maybe just a finger resting on their arm. This isn't about restraining them. It's about grounding them. Some kids will lean into it immediately. Others might pull back. That's okay. Respect their cues. The goal is simple. Your steady touch tells their body, you're not alone. This feeling won't destroy you. I'm here. Neurologically, safe touch lowers cortisol and boosts oxytocin. The meltdown starts to lose steam. Now you speak, but not to correct, not to explain, not to solve. You simply reflect what they're experiencing. You're really upset right now. That felt so frustrating. You wanted it to go differently. And
Stop
it didn't.
Crying, you're fine.
Keep your voice soft.
Felt so
Keep it short.
frustrating.
This is validation. And it's powerful because children rarely feel understood when they're falling apart. They feel judged. They feel hurried. They feel like a problem. When you name their emotion without judgment, something shifts. The intensity drops. They've been seen. Finally, you bridge them toward calm. Not a command, an invitation. Let's breathe together. I'll take a big breath. You can join me when you're ready. You inhale slowly, you exhale audibly, you do it again. Some kids will follow immediately. Others need a few rounds. Either way, you're teaching them something crucial. I don't have to stay stuck in this feeling. There's a way through. And I'm not doing it alone. 60 seconds. Done. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Old way. Your son melts down because his sister took his crayon. You say,
Choose another color. Stop screaming.
"You're
Choose
being
another
dramatic."
color.
He screams louder.
Stop
Now both
screaming.
kids are crying.
Choose another
You're exhausted.
color.
Everyone
Stop.
loses. Presence reset. Same crown, same meltdown. You crouch down, breathe, wait, touch his shoulder gently. Meet his eyes. You really wanted that crayon. It's hard when someone takes what you're using. His breathing slows, his fists unclench. The fight leaves his body. Same situation, totally different outcome. Now let's get real about expectations. This isn't instant magic. It's pattern rewiring. Here's what that actually looks like. Day 1. You try this. Your child screams harder, maybe even seems confused. Why isn't mom yelling back? Don't panic. That's not failure. That's a disruption. You're breaking an old loop. Day 3. The crying sounds different, less frantic, more like a genuine release. They're starting to trust the new pattern. Day 5. Meltdowns still happen, but recovery is faster. And afterward, they come to you for comfort instead of pushing you away. Week 2 and beyond, you'll notice tantrums becoming shorter, less explosive, sometimes avoided entirely. Not because you're controlling their emotions, but because their nervous system is learning a new pathway. Big feelings don't equal danger. Someone I trust stays calm. I can move through this. That pattern changes everything. Here's where it gets beautiful. Fast forward 6 months. Your daughter comes home from school, throws her bag on the floor, and bursts into tears. Old you would have peppered her with questions. What's wrong? What happened? Tell me. But now, you just sit beside her. You wait. Within seconds, she crawls into your lap and tells you everything. The mean comment, the friend who excluded her, the embarrassment she didn't know how to handle. She tells you because she trusts you, not because you demanded answers, because you've proven through hundreds of small 60-second moments that you can hold her big feelings without flinching. That's not tantrum management. That's emotional security. That's the foundation of who she'll become. Here's what most people miss. This isn't just about surviving toddlerhood with your sanity intact. You're teaching your child something that will shape every relationship they have for the rest of their lives. Those emotions aren't shameful. That vulnerability doesn't mean rejection. That falling apart doesn't mean being abandoned. Kids who grow up with this kind of co-regulation become adults who can handle stress, communicate in conflict, and build secure relationships. This is generational work, and it starts with 60 seconds of presence. So here's my challenge for you. Today, probably within the next few hours, your kid is going to lose it over something small. Wrong snack, wrong show, wrong socks. When that moment comes, I want you to try something radically different. Don't fix it, don't lecture, don't control. Just pause, breathe, lower your body, meet their eyes, touch their shoulders, name what they're feeling, and breathe together. 60 seconds. That's all I'm asking. Try it once, watch what happens, then come back here and tell me about it. Drop a comment below. I genuinely want to hear your story. What shifted, what surprised you, because this works. Not perfectly, not every time, but consistently enough to change everything. You've got this. And your kid, they're lucky to have someone willing to learn a better way. See you in the comments. If this helped, hit subscribe. I share strategies like this every week. Practical, research-backed, no fluff.